everybody, welcome back to Strapped for Cash. My name is Brenna, and today we are going to do a special July 4th themed budget with me. One of my subscribers mentioned a little while ago that they missed the budget with me's. I don't have a problem doing them. I don't usually do them, but I can start doing them now if you guys do like them. So what we're going to do, this is our our first paycheck in July. So I'll just do kind of a little breakdown, and then we'll go envelope by envelope, and I'll tell you what I'm stuffing in them. So we are going to start with our full-time income for this paycheck is $18.57 plus $100 that I received via Venmo from my coworker for selling her some baseball tickets. And so our total then comes to $19.57. Of that $19.57, I leave $300 in the bank to accumulate into our bills account, essentially. So we have like a regular checking that we have a debit card out of. I have a savings, which is where all my prop bill money goes into. And then I have a separate checking account that is, I don't have a debit card or anything from it, but it's purely for my bills. So I pay my credit card out of it. I auto draft like our car insurance, our phone bill. What else? Oh, the payment for the camper. Hold on, can you not do that? Thanks. So all of that direct debits out of that account. And so what I do is when we get paid, I just transfer that $300 immediately in there. Since we're a month ahead, that just accumulates throughout the month. As things go out, money comes in, and it just kind of cycles. So that's what we do with our bills. And so minus the $300, we have $16.57 left to stuff into our envelopes. So we're looking for a zero-based budget here. So at the end, this should be a total of $16.57 in all of these categories. So I'm going to be obnoxious and just use red and blue because I can. So let's go ahead and get it started. So historically in my wallet, I usually do $45. I'm going to bump that up to $50 now. I don't necessarily usually spend anywhere near the full $45, but my brain just wants it to be around $50. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to, and I'm not going to do just a $50 bill, but I'll break it up into smaller denominations. But in my wallet, we're going to go ahead and put $50 here. Do I want to keep track of this as I go? No, we'll just add it up at the end. Okay, so, and then in my spending, we usually just do 10 for me and 10 for Hogan. These numbers are pretty typical, so these will go quick. In eating out, we budget $50 a week. In gas, we do $60. Groceries, we do $20. Kids spending, I'm gonna go ahead and give them $10 this week because they are out. And then miscellaneous, prescriptions, and toiletries are each gonna get $5. So let's just do this a little at a time. Ugh. So in that case, in just my wallet and our green binder, we have 50, 10, 10, 50, 60, 20, 10, 5, 5, 5. So 225 in total for this binder. So I'll just kind of like add that over here. 225. Okay. And then let's move on to, this is our black binder. I tried to color coordinate it as much as I could. So in anniversary this week, we're going to put 10. That should put us at like 250, I think. Camper, we're going to put $10 into repairs. Clothes is going to get 10. I took a bunch out in my unstuffing, so I'd like to kind of keep that around 100. Family fun is going to get its usual 10. Gifts, I told you I'm going to put $5 in it, and so it's finally at 50, and then I don't have to keep looking at it at 45. Hobbies and sports. Okay, so I had originally, before I got the $100 from my coworker, I was going to put $30 into here. But since she's paying me for tickets that we already purchased a long time ago, I'm going to go ahead and put that $100 back in here. So we're going to do $130 in hobbies, and I am so excited. Holidays, we'll just do our usual 15. So I think I have 15 in there for the 4th of July right now. My mom already bought fireworks, and we're not really doing anything. So I think I'm going to go ahead and move that into, what's the next holiday? Halloween? No. Is it already Halloween? I gotta look. Hold on. That's wild. If it is, we're in like good standing. Holy crap, it is. Halloween and then Thanksgiving. That's wild. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put the 15 into Halloween, and then once the 4th is over, if I haven't spent anything of that 15, then I'll transfer that into Halloween as well. School's fees is still gonna get its 40. I think I'm gonna do it through July, and then I'm unsure about what I want to do. I was putting that $40 in with my transfer to the bank to pay for school lunch, but throughout the year I realized that like the $160 that I was putting into the bank and onto their accounts each month was just like a little bit more than I needed. So I think I might just keep doing it in cash into school fees in the month of August. And then that way when I put money on their lunch books, I have it here and I can just pull it from there. And I might just do it that way instead of the way I had been doing it. But anyway, sports is going to do 10 because I am going to have to pay for karate here in a minute. He has decided he does not want to do fall soccer. He's been doing soccer since 2020 or 2021, and he has like not missed a season. So I'm going to give him a break and kind of see how he feels not doing it. And if he wants to do it in winter, great. If he doesn't, I'm cool with him just being a karate kid. You know what I mean? Okay, extra debt. So Hogan and I talked a lot about this. What I think I'm going to do is I'm still going to put $50 a week into this envelope, and I'm going to kind of use this as kind of a discretionary fund. So if, you know, I don't know, like if, I guess like it's like more like a buffer for like our life. Like I don't want to dig into our emergency fund necessarily if we need to, but if something came up, I want to be like, cool, I have this money that I can freely use wherever I need it, instead of like pulling from our emergency fund, which I would really like to just never ever pull from. So this can be kind of just a buffer for our credit card. It can be, say, hey, we build it up a lot and we're like, let's use this and let's put it on the camper, which we have decided we're not going to snowball. We're just going to kind of keep paying our minimum payments on it. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. I don't know. So I'm going to just keep doing 50 a week and see how we feel about it and go from there. Birthdays, I spent, gosh, like $150 something for Benny's birthday. So I think I have $250 left, but we have Hogan's birthday in August, my birthday is in September, and then Harrison's birthday is in November. So like we're heavy with birthdays towards the end of the year, and then Mom's is in January in the beginning, and then we have 6 months to Benson's. So I do need to bulk this up a bit. So I'm gonna be putting $80 a month in here and see how we feel about that. So we'll just do 20 per paycheck for now. Christmas, I am going to go ahead and put $30 since we're in the second half of the year. I'm just gonna go big on that and see where we go with it. Dental is going to get 20. I think I have 240 or 210 right now. Let me look. I think it's 240. Yeah, 240. So that'll make 260. And I think we got our EOBs today from Harrison's dental surgery. So I think I overpaid the dentist by about $150, $160. So I should, in theory, be getting a refund check from the dentist for that amount. But the medical portion of his surgery, like the anesthesia and the surgery fees and all that stuff, was way more than I had anticipated. So I think before it hit insurance, they charged $12,000. And so with the insurance and like their amounts or whatever that they allow, and then minus our deductible, and then with our, well, like we have $750 deductible for him, like an individual deductible. And then we have like our co-insurance, which is like the percentage that we owe of the remainder. We're looking at like $2,400. So I obviously don't have that in medical. I only have $1,000. I have $240 in dental, so that still doesn't really get me where I need to go. So Hogan and I were talking about this, and I think what I'm going to end up doing is taking out all the money in my 100 envelope challenge and using that, plus maybe what's left in dental to pay for that when the bill comes. And then that way we're not taking out, because I'm at like an even $1,000 in medical, and I really don't want to just wipe it out completely. That one I do want to have like a decent buffer on there, and so I don't want to just take all that money. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, but I'm still going to keep adding to medical, but slowly. So this one's just going to get 10. So, Harrison, you know. So anyway, that's kind of the update on what's going on with his stuff. Technology, we're just going to do a slow build at 10. And so that does it for our gray savings binder. That's kind of like our miscellaneous savings or high priority savings. I don't know how you want to look at it. Rent to my mom never changes. That is $375, and she still likes to get it in cash, so we're going to let her have it. Household, we are going to do 15. Home maintenance, we're going to put 20 in there and try and do like 10 to 20 a week in there and try and get a decent amount built up in here. Home renovations, this is like our bigger paycheck. So like this is Hogan's paycheck. Mine is usually like 16 something. So with his paychecks, we're going to put more in home reno. So we're going to put 100 in there, and then my checks, it'll be 75. So it should end up being, math is hard, 100 for his, and oops, and then 75 for mine. So it'll be $350 a month, I think, is kind of our plan. Property taxes, my little tracker thing is at $20 a piece, and so we're just going to keep doing $20 until we hit 600, which should be all of July and then the first paycheck of August, and then we're done. I still don't have that bill, so I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm guessing. Decor is just going to get a 10. Tools and yard stuff is going to get a 10. And then our home emergency fund, I'm going to go ahead and just throw a 5 in there and see where that kind of slowly builds. In our car binder, in car maintenance, we're going to start with a 10. Registration is going to get a 20. And I actually got Hogan's registration bill for his truck and the camper. I'm going to try and like hide this off camera. Y'all don't need to know. But let me look at this. So to renew his registration for a year on his truck is, am I blind? Yes. $56.59. And then the camper is $31.59. What's with the 59? So it's going to cost $88.18 to do his. And then I would assume for my car, which is due in September, it'll be another $56.59. So total should be $144.77 is what we're going to be needing. So I don't even know how much I have in there. Let me look. Let's look. Oh, I just passed it. Duh. Okay, so I have more than enough. So that's really great. So I will get this to 300, and then we should have 2 years worth of registrations, and then I'll just like cap it until we pay it, and then I'll build it back up to 300 again. I think that seems reasonable. Oil changes, I think I'm at like 150 right now, so I'm just gonna kind of keep adding to it. He offered to change my mom's oil, and she's got like an Acura, so I'm sure it's gonna be more expensive than our domestic cars. So I'm just gonna keep adding to it, and then we'll just include her in here. Otherwise she has to drive like an hour to go get it done, and that's stupid. Tires, we're just gonna go slow grow at 5. New car, our tracker is at 20 a piece, so we're just gonna keep hitting 20. Car repairs is, we're gonna do a 10. Our deductible, I do kind of want to start trying to build this one up. I think our deductible is only like 100, 250, something like that. It's pretty low. And I don't know off the top of my head what it is. So I'd like to at least get to like, I don't know, let's say like 500, just in case. You never know. And then the car emergency fund, we're just gonna throw a 5 at it. All right. Our last regular binder is our pet binder. So we're gonna do 25 per his paycheck in here. And then I think I'm doing only like 10 or 20 in mine. So we'll do 25 for his and see if we can get that built up. Litter, we're gonna do 10, and I think that's the same for both of ours, so we'll do $40 a month for that. Grooming, we're just gonna throw a 5 at it since we're sitting pretty good. Vet visits is 10 while we build it back up. And then miscellaneous is 5, and our emergency fund is 5. And you know what I forgot to do is add all these up. We'll do that at the end. It's fine. Okay, so our gym binder is not getting any money on this paycheck. I'm not really going to be putting a lot toward it, just with regular checks, since he has 3 clients now, so he's doing pretty good. He's fine. It'll keep him from spending too much money, you know what I mean, if he doesn't have it. This is our denomination challenges, so our 5, 10, 20s, and 50 challenge. And so we usually do 85 per paycheck in there. That's 1 bill per denomination. Our dollar buck challenge this week is going to just get an even $20. I'm gonna keep filling my 100 envelope challenge until I get the bill from the children's hospital for his thing. And so we're gonna put 92 in here. This is our gray challenge binder that we do the separate video with Benson. So this binder is going to get its usual 100. And then if you missed our last video, we are starting a new Kids Future binder, and we are going to be putting $50 per paycheck in there, so a total of $200 a month. So there you go. That is the plan. So let's go ahead and tally these all up. I feel like I've been talking so much, you guys. This is so unlike me. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So 4 10s. 5, 130, 15, 40, 10. So in our black binder, we're putting 240. In our gray high priority savings, we are doing 50, 20, 30. That didn't work. 30, 20, 10, 10. Is that it? 50, 20, 30, 20, 10, 10. Yeah. Okay. High priority, I'm only putting $140 in there. That's okay. That's fine. This is our blue home binder. So we're doing 375, 15, 20, 100, 20, 10, 10, and 5. So our home binder is getting $555, although most of that is rent to my mom. Our car binder is getting 10, 20, 10, 5, 20, 10, 10, 5. It's only getting 90. I don't think that's too shabby. And our pets are getting 25, 10, 5, 10, 5, 5. So they're getting 60. And then obviously these. So let's go ahead and tally these up so it's a little quicker. Let's do it reverse. So 1657 is what we're starting with. 225 for our wallet and green binder, 240 for our black binder, 140 for our green binder, 555 for our home binder, $90 for our car binders, $60 for the pets, $85 for challenges, $20 for dollar bucks, $92 for our 100 envelope challenge. Thank you. $100 for our gray challenge, and $50 for kids. So with all that, you can see we have 0 at the end. So we have given a home to every single dollar that we are going to take out of our paycheck. Again, $300 in the bank. This is what we have left, and we have $0. So that's the plan. We did it. And so you guys will definitely be seeing this exact plan in our next binder, which should be our first cash stuffing of July. So thank you all so much. If you're in the States, I hope you have a fantastic 4th of July weekend. And I will see you guys next time. All right. Bye, guys.